Hey guys, were we children of Aresa God? This is my case. Was I a child of Aresa God? Me and my sisters and my siblings. We were brought up in the village where we had a neighbor who was very wealthy. And guys, that neighbor really tormented our parents. That neighbor really tormented our parents. You know what happens? In this world, you can never be the same. There are those that are wealthy and there are those that are really very, very, very humble. So it happened that we were brought up by our parents next to a very wealthy neighbor. And have you ever seen a home that is just next to a home that is very humble, very poor, next to a very wealthy home? And from the gate you can tell that your home is that home is very, very wealthy, because you know, like our homes in Africa, like I'm in Kenya, and in Kenya we have gates. Those humble, those very, very, very able homes have got gates. So the gate will tell you what kind of a home the one you are visiting is. Because on reaching the gate, you find that home is surrounded. It's maybe there is a gate man, and there's a very nice gate, and there's a watchman. And we were just next there without even a gate. You know, the command made one that we used to it used to be just a piece of iron sheet, and it is some sticks, some pieces of wood are holding that iron gate. And then instead of hedges, I remember we had put some slippers, piece of old slippers. You know, slippers, the ones you go to the bathroom with. When they get old, they cut. So when they cut, there's no way you can repair that. So you throw it away. But we used to keep them so that we use them as hedges, so that our gate is able to be lifted up and dragged on one side and dragged on this other side as we enter and leave. And we are just next to that home that is so prestigious, with a nice gate, and children who speak English, and we were there. We were not even we had not gone to the group of schools. They were going to group of schools in the village. Group of schools in the village. Anyway, they used to go to nice schools. I don't know whether they were group of schools, but they were nice schools of the village. But we were just going to our local primary school. And guys, let me tell you, there was a lot of difference between us and them. But now what is surprising is that we used to go to the same church with this wealthy person, with this wealthy family. We used to go to the same church. Hey guys, they were driving into the church compound and let me tell you, double standards even in the church. Because you are wealthy, you come and you are given a seat in the front seat, almost to be taken to the pulpit. And what am I saying? By the way, what am I saying, guys? That man used to sit at the pulpit. He used to sit at the pulpit. I remember very well. And I'm telling you a true story. He used to sit at the pulpit. And I'm telling you a true story. He used to sit at the pulpit. And when I tell you the things he used to do, you'll not believe it. You'll not even believe me. You'll think I'm just looking for a story to put on air. Let me tell you, this guy used to go and plant trees. You know, the two shambas, there is that demarcation fence that demarcates our shamba with his up to the river. You know, up to the river on his side, and on this other side we have another neighbor, but on this side he borders us. So he used to plant trees, those that grow very fast. They are called menuamais. They are, I don't know, what is the English word for that tree? I may not know the English word, but they really spoil the neighbors. they really spoiled for you. You know, his shamba, where he's planting the trees, he used to just do napier grass. So there were no crops that were being destroyed on his side. But because of our side is where our moms used to plant maize and beans, so those trees when they grew up, they really spoiled for our mom's shamba, and nothing could grow all that area. And he did it intentionally. And our mom could at one time ask him, why did you plant these trees here and you know they spoil my food crops? And she's like, nimepanda kwako, have I planted in your home, in your side? There on my side I can plant whatever I want. And you people are going to die of poverty. Can you imagine? And I'm not exaggerating. God in heaven knows that he used to tell our mom that she's going to die of poverty. And you know, that is the time we were so many, we were 7 of us, 7 of us, and growing in a very humble home. Our dad is the only one who was working as a teacher, and our mom was a housewife. So our mom used to just go to the shamba to cultivate in order to feed us. And now her crops are destroyed. And here he says, you'll die of poverty. I'll make sure you die of poverty. You poor people, why did you come bothering us? You poor people, why did you become my neighbors? I will torment you until you die. God knows, and I don't joke with the word of God. And you people know that I don't, because I've done many videos here. I talk about my relationship with God, and you know very well that I don't joke with God. This person used to say that our mom, us with our mom, we are going to die of poverty, and ask why we bothered them, as in being their neighbors, because they were very wealthy. But let me end this video by telling you guys, there's God in heaven who sees things. Today, as I'm doing this video, we grew up, we left home, we got married, my brothers married, and we are now people with homes. And we go to our homes, we don't go to the village. Thank God our mom is still alive, our dad is late. But let me tell you something. This man did not end up the way he thought. Okay, he's late by the way with his wife, but he never ended up the way he thought he would end up. His wealth started getting wasted just like that. Okay, the shamba is still there. Actually, he was only left with the shamba. All the prestigious cars that we used to see, and they never used to be prestigious. It's only that we were of the village, we used to think that those are prestigious cars. They were wasted out. He later got sick. The daughters they never performed well. They never even went to the universities. They got married to homes that are not even worth mentioning here. And guys, let me tell you, the home just disintegrated like that. And I'm thinking it is God fighting for his people, because this tongue here that we have in our mouths is very bad. A tongue can make you get a curse from God, because you use your tongue, and you use it the wrong way. You speak things that are not godly, and God doesn't like that. You can bring your people a curse. You can even bring a curse to your family, your whole family, because of this tongue. Especially that poor person who cries unto God. You hurt that person. Let me tell you the class of people you should never hurt. You should never hurt a poor person. You should never hurt a widow or a widower. You should never hurt an orphan. Hey guys, try to hurt an orphan, and we are going to see how God is going to fight for them. You only have yourself to blame if you try to hurt those 3 categories of people, and others maybe that I may not mention here. Anyone that is disadvantaged, you try to hurt them, because you may hear me do this video and you wonder, why did she mention a cripple? Try to hurt a cripple. Try to hurt anyone who is disadvantaged, anyone who is even sick. You try to hurt them. And I wonder even how nurses of those days, you know, when we were growing up, we used to go to hospital, and nurses in those government hospitals could insult us. Guys, am I telling you? I should have remembered to tell you this in the beginning. We used to be in primary schools and we could go to the hospital, the dispensary, the government dispensary in our locality, and those nurses were insulting people there, patients, insulting them, and they are sick. Once I hear the women who used to go and give birth there, they were insulted when giving birth. You are being insulted by a nurse. Sit well. You think I'm the one who made you pregnant? Can you imagine? Guys, let me come closer to you and tell you this. Try to hurt somebody. Try to hurt somebody, and you'll only have yourself to blame. God doesn't like that. I wonder how those nurses used to be blessed by God, because you do that to somebody, and that's when you know that people are of God. God has his own. Try to hurt somebody, and God will fight for them. So guys, I was telling you about that story of my neighbor and how we grew up, and that thing taught me a lesson. And to this day, I still know that I should never hurt somebody. However poor they are, they belong to God. And however poor they may look today, you don't know about their tomorrow. You don't know about their tomorrow. So insult them at your own peril, because tomorrow God will change their life. And I wish God kept him long enough to see us grow and come out of that poverty. We are not rich, but we don't sleep hungry. We are not rich, but we don't suffer so much like we used to suffer then. So guys, avoid things that can bring a curse to yourself and your family, and fear God. And guys, please subscribe to this channel. It is free to subscribe. You'll not be charged anything. Just go to YouTube, search Never Age TV, Never Age TV, and subscribe, guys. And you can hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever we upload, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.